Hey, Chad Stallings here with Fairway Independent Mortgage Company and loanbychad.com. And on this week's episode of DYK, we're going to talk about trigger leads. Okay, so I've been doing emails, did you know emails, for quite some time during my 20-year career here in the mortgage industry. And so I thought that I would do a video on them instead and try to do this on a weekly basis. Obviously, I'm on location right now. I'm not in Phoenix, but wanted to get this out anyway. So this week's episode, we're going to talk about trigger leads. Well, what's a trigger lead? Well, a trigger lead is when we pull credit for your mortgage approval in our process when we're discussing income, debts and liabilities, assets. We're talking about what your goals are and putting together a strategy that fits your goals, scenario, and lifestyle. When we pull your credit, the credit bureaus we found are selling that information to outside lenders. And what happens is when we pull your credit, it triggers that lead to go to another lender. So when we're dealing with our clients and putting together the strategy that fits their goals, scenario, and lifestyle, we're finding that they're starting to get bombarded as soon as we pull their credit from outside lenders through phone calls and so forth. Now, there is a way to avoid this, and what you can do is there's two places basically that you can go and have yourself removed from getting these trigger leads. Well, what's wrong with a little competition, you say? Well, here's the problem, is when we're doing a strategy session for somebody, we're not just giving them payment and cost. We're actually going through what mortgage plan fits for you best, what fits your goals, scenario, and lifestyle the best. So it's not just here's your payment, here's your costs, and you're approved. We're actually tailoring this to what's going to happen to you in the next few years and what your scenario is and that sort of thing. We're asking those kind of questions. When these trigger leads come in, all they're doing is just trying to undercut the deal. And a lot of times what they tell you is too good to be true. They're not giving you the strategy session and the planning that we are. They're actually just saying, oh, well, our payment is going to be less or our costs are going to be less, which, again, nothing wrong with that if you can get it. But again, a lot of times they're not doing the strategy session that's going to fit your goals, scenario, and lifestyle the way that we do it here with loanbychad.com. So the other thing is agents, realtors, if you have a client that's getting pre-approved and you're getting ready to take them out to look at houses and all of a sudden they get bombarded by all these 800 number phone calls and so forth, that's going to confuse the client as well and could throw a wrench in your process as well. So there are ways to get out of having these trigger leads happen to you, and they're pretty easy. So if you'd like to know that, I'd be happy to help out. You can call me at 602-292-0415 or text. And you can also email me at chad.stallings@fairwaymc.com. Thanks a lot, and I look forward to seeing you next week.